Now, for the sake of sport judo versus self-defense, okay? This right here, coming in sideways, heavy on the chest. You guys remember that from Tuesday night. Being heavy on the chest, arm under the arm, squeezing in. This is Munegatami. And when you do it right, it's actually one of the better holds. When you're first learning it, you've got a weakness right about here. The gap that's between the opponent's body and your hips in the ground is a strong opportunity for them to get their elbow in and start prying and lifting you up or turning in, one of the two. But when you learn how to move your feet a little bit, Munegatami becomes a really nice hold. But the thing that I like about Munegatami is that for most any time that you're falling down, it kind of doesn't even matter where their arm is, whether it's here or here, you know, down at the side or whatever. You just shoot in and take the hold, okay? Now, from here, the issue becomes this arm. In judo, if I secure the hold, and if it's good, and I know it, you just hold on for dear life for 20 seconds, and there you go. You know, 20 seconds later, then you get to catch your breath and do all that. But if she's good, if she's like bucking up and turning and twisting, and I'm like, I'm in danger of losing this, and I'm in danger of not getting a transition, or if the arm is just exposed, I want to shoot for an arm bar as quickly as possible. Arm bars end matches fast. Now for udegarami, from this position, most people practice it from on top. I'm going to do it from under the head because I've been doing Munegatami on her. She's been putting her hand into the side of my head, trying to push me up. I've come up, I've taken hold, and I slam it down with both hands. This one takes the wrist. The one under the head takes the wrist. I'm going to slide this arm up and under. Now how do I do that? She might try to scrunch it up. She might try to keep her arm to the ground, stop me from going in. Up by the armpit and through. Okay? Kind of coming through like that. And I grab a hold here. As I said, I want to be able to make it to where I can rotate my body up. It's not just me holding onto my hand or wrist and lifting this arm. In fact, that's always not the best way. But rather, bringing the elbow up and bringing the hand down and through. Okay? So it's not just trying to lift this. It's that as I lift this, I push that down and through. The more that I elevate the shoulder off of the mat, the more susceptible it's going to be. Okay? So that is straight udegarami. Same thing on if I end up landing on top, from here, up and under. But one of my favorite points about this particular one is not trying to do it out here by the book, but rather I step back and suck it in. Okay? As I bring this in, you see how minimal the lift becomes? Okay? I'm not doing this thing no more. I'm not even doing this much anymore. It's in and out. Okay? From here I come in, okay? And I'm trying to secure this. Now this one's a favorite for me. I come in a lot on Keisagatame. People start bringing up their arm, their forearm, trying to press me off and stuff. And when they do, as soon as I get my hand here, I switch my legs and just try to shoot down into it. Now you do that, again, not like this. Don't get push against me. Don't try to do the tug-of-war because you're going to lose it. But when they're trying to extend out, you know, and they're trying to push you off from your Keisagatame, from here, as I bring this hand in, I'm bringing my hips with me, switching my legs, and now I've shot it over. This arm's back here, or this arm's out of the way, and now comes the race of me trying to get it under here. People who are good will like try to straighten it out, then I'll try to turn it to get their elbow, and then they pop it back, and we sit there going, oh, damn, and this big old dance kind of thing. And from this position, what I want to do though, is that since I'm having trouble getting my own arm, I grab a hold of her arm with both my hands. You guys see that? Now from here, as we're fighting and we're going, you know the old-fashioned Indian arm burns? I'm going to take this one though, think more like a motorcycle though. Turn once, grab, turn twice, grab, and then there, very solid. Kesagatame. First hold, and also probably the most successful hold you will ever learn. It's like the first hold of judo, and it doesn't matter if it's the Olympics, the World Championships, or your local judo match. This is probably the most superior hold of all of them. There's always somebody to argue something, but I think your highest ratio of wins is just going to come from this particular one. Now, from here, we're going to start off easy, okay? With a super easy one. It's a sneaky one. I love showing people this one because most people have never seen it, but it's easy and it's cool. I have her in Kesagatame. This arm is being secured up into my armpit. This one is down here on the arm. You're always securing this, lifting the shoulder off the ground, getting your hold. Now all that I'm going to do is secure my wrist underneath her elbow and lift. By the way, this is Kuzuri Kesagatame, modified. Now all I'm doing is I'm doing Kuzuri Kesagatame, grabbing my own hand, and I'm tapping her out just like that. Here's her elbow, underneath the elbow, down around the bottom of the tricep. Now, every now and then you might get somebody that you're lifting and they're pretty limber down here, okay? And you're not moving their shoulder very well. If I grab my hands and I bring both her head and her elbow up off the mat, it works there too. Now, when does that one come into play? I've got a nice grip going on here. She wants to chase my leg. I scoot ahead.
I can't even rotate.
Just like that. Kesagatame, okay? Now in Kesagatame, one of the main things you got to watch out for is this arm. Because when they can pull it out, that's when they have the chance to turn in on you, to try to escape. If you can maintain a strong grip on this arm, elevating the shoulder in, they don't get to roll out too easy. But for now, as I'm holding her, she's done it. She's got her arm out, okay? My job is to maintain my grip on it. I might pull it back like this or whatever, and she's going to try to pull and fight. And as she pushes away, I help her out. She extends. I push it down, wrap my leg over it. You don't have to do the wrap until you're used to it. But just going to here, I should be able to just, you guys see that? Bent arm lock.